On November 22nd, 1963, President John F. Kennedy was assassinated while he was visiting Dallas. He was shot in the neck and head with several bullets. JFK was taken to Parkland Memorial Hospital. They could not save him. He was pronounced dead at 1 p.m. The police arrested Lee Harvey Oswald for the assassination of JFK. The central claims of this conspiracy are the position of the gunman, the bullet, and the amount of information that was redacted.
When the assassination of John F. Kennedy occurred, the CIA had 4 different types of files on Oswald. One of the files that the CIA had on Oswald was the 201 file, which was released to the public in 1992. The FBI also had a file opened on Oswald 1 year prior to the CIA's file. The FBI opened a file on Oswald because he had renounced his U.S. citizenship and had applied for Soviet citizenship. Between 1959 and the day JFK was assassinated, the FBI had filed 50 records on Oswald. Lee Harvey Oswald was a suspect in the Dallas patrolman's murder earlier in the same day that JFK was assassinated.
The author of The Truth About Dallas details information that connects Lee Harvey Oswald to the assassination of John F. Kennedy. It goes in depth of what was unrevealing before the motorcade arrived and right before the assassination. The author discusses the investigation following the assassination and the conclusion drawn up from the investigation. The ballistic analysis breaks down the fatal shot to JFK. It explains the entry of the bullet in the skull and breaks down everything about the bullet and entry. The author of the Washington Post reported on the disposition of Richard Helms, a former CIA director. The disposition from 1975 had been classified, but has been since become available to the public.
As previously stated, the central claims of this conspiracy are the position of the gunman, the bullet, and the amount of information that was redacted. CIA doesn't want you to know who killed JFK, published on March 3rd, 2022, talk about the redactions made to this case. Approximately 88% of the information has been released, with 11% still being heavily redacted, and 15,000 documents remain classified. Days before the 25-year deadline, former President Trump issued an executive order approving a 6-month delay that eventually turned into 4 years. The lack of information and knowledge given to the people makes them wonder if the CIA is trying to cover something. It is known that cases are published for the public to view them, some information taking longer to be published than others. This being a federal case regarding the President of the United States, most of the information could be a threat to national security. Additionally, speculation started to arise when JFK's body was analyzed. Key details like the position of the president limo, position of the shooter, and the impact of the bullet made people question the information given. Computational ballistical analysis of the cranial shot to John F. Kennedy, published May 2022, talks about the impact the bullet had and compared it to their own analysis. They created the scenario and used detailed human head models, utilizing mathematical models along with material consisting of skull tissue, supersonic speeds, and impact of the projectile were all employed in analyzing bullet and bone fragmentation. These findings were compared to JFK's X-ray and did not correspond with the evidence on file.
When our group was conducting research, we used many of the examples in the Code of Ethics from the Society of Professional Journalists. We made ethical choices such as providing context, properly attributing work, making sure not to distort the facts or context, and providing access to all source material. In conclusion, the conspiracy theory comes from people drawing conclusions with little information. These ideas have little concrete evidence, therefore the conspiracy that the CIA killed JFK cannot truly be backed up by facts.